to take and carry the responsibility of what and some of the things that I've accomplished was not done by me. The things come from the Lord. The things come from my family. The things come from you. I want you to look around in here tonight. I want you to acknowledge the person that's sitting next to you, because all of us in here made this possible. The people that are sitting up here on the stage that are part of what I've done and that worked hard to make this place the great place it is, I salute you. But the foundation for this great institution was laid many, many years before I became a part of what you all know today as the University of Miami. Let me say that there was once a man that was an original leader by the name of Bowman Foster and Ash. And he led this university through trying times. During that time, he didn't have money to pay the salaries. He cashed in his insurance policy and paid his staff. There has been a commitment by this university for a long time to do the right thing when no one is watching. That's what I think of when I think of the University of Miami. I want to just deviate for a minute. I want to say something tonight. I just want you to know that my mother and my sister and my brothers here, that has never happened before. The whole time I played college football, I never had that number of members of my family here. And I just want to acknowledge them tonight. I want them to stand up. I want you to see these people. Mom, you and sister and Harrison, would you please stand? Thanks. I want to say that there's another group that's sitting over there at the tables, 35, 36, and 37. And if you all don't mind, I really want you to see these people, because these people are the ones that was here for me, are the ones that supported me. Maybe you all don't know that the first black that went to Florida State, he was a young man named Calvin Patterson from Palmetto High School here in Miami. And he went to Florida State. He did not get the support that he needed. He did not get people standing up and fighting for him for what was right. And he ended up taking his own life as he put a shotgun in his mouth and blowed his brains out. Then there was another one, the first black at the University of Kentucky. And one day, all the other teammates of his jumped on him, and he died 2 days later in the hospital. The University of Miami and the people that supported, and that's you included, what we was trying to accomplish here was not done by Ray Bellamy alone. And I had mentioned earlier, and I went away from it, I'm gonna go back to it now. There's another group of people that's over there in that corner, and they came from all over to be here tonight in support of me. I just want to thank you all so much, and I got a way that I'm going to do that. But I want those people over there at table 35, 36, and 37. I want you all to just stand up, please, because I just want you all to see what kind of people I had in my corner, including people like you that made me be successful. Please stand up. Look at those people. Look at from all walks of life. Look at them. Let me say this. Thanks. Thanks to you. Thanks to you. Thanks to you. And let's just take it apart. And let's look at the T in things. And we're going to make the T stand for time. Because the timing was right when I did what I did. Because everyone was ready, not just Ray Bellamy. We all had a commitment to do the right thing. So the timing was right. Then the next thing is H. And H is for honor. The Lord Jesus said, honor thy mother and father, that our days may be long. So I honor this great university. I honor the people that fought for me. I honor the people that stood by me. I cannot say thanks enough. The A. The A stands for attitude. It's your attitude going into things that makes a difference in life. It's kind of like, is the glass half full or half empty? It's kind of like, do you want to have an attitude that you want to make everyone angry, or do you want to have an attitude that you want to embrace everyone? The Bee Gees sang the song, and he said, ha, 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 staying alive. Your attitude toward anything and everything is the epitome of failure and success. The N. The N stands for national. This was a national thing. It wasn't just a University of Miami thing. It wasn't just a Ray Bellamy thing. It was a national thing. It was a thing that meant everything to everybody. And we was ready for the change, but the University of Miami was a callous and taught them how to do it. And let's wind it back for a minute. And let's go back to Bowman Foster Ashton. Let's go back what he did. And let's go back to all the people that stood up here before you tonight. And one of the things they said is like, people believed in them. People gave them the opportunity. And everyone that had the common fiber up here, they said they wanted to thank the people for believing in him. Yeah, believing that they can do the right thing. I know Mr. Morrison, he said, when he was playing that baseball, that when he first started out, he didn't know, but people believed in him and they gave him that opportunity. And then he went on to say, and I thank my lovely wife because of the commitment that people have to do the right thing. The university had that commitment. You had that commitment. Let's take the K. Each one of us in here, we have the knowledge. We know what's right and wrong. Do we really have to preach to each other to get us to do what's right by our fellow man? Do you really need to be policed, or can you police yourself? You know you have enough knowledge to do anything to make it right. Look around in this room tonight, please. Look at your neighbor, smile, because you're here. Because you didn't have to be here, you could have been somewhere else. But you're here because you care. You're here because you're committed. You're here because you are going to try to do the right thing. T-H-A-N-K. And the last one is probably the most important one. S. For service. Serve your fellow man. You want to get what you want out of life? Do you really? If you really want to get what you want out of life, then help people get what they want. Be kind to people. Anyone can alienate someone. Anyone can be mean. Anyone can say no. You know why people say no? Because irresponsible people say no. Responsible people say yes. Because if you say yes, if you say yes, Mr. Bellamy, I will open that door, you got to get out of that chair and go open the door. If you say no, you don't have to do anything. I tell my students, my mama can say no and she's not even living up here. Because if you say no, what? You don't have to do anything. The University of Miami said yes. And the University of Miami took a chance with a little country boy, that migrant workers. They used to pick tomatoes, dig potatoes, pick cucumbers. And they took a chance. I had on a suit coat. They took it off and they put this on, and I thanked them for that. But on that lapel, on that jacket, there was a rose. And the rose was indicative of Henry King Stanford, the man that was my mentor and did everything to try to help me when I was here. When I met him, he used to always have a fresh rose on his lapel. So I wore that tonight because this great university did everything for me. I had people like Larry Wilson. I had people like Michael Kotler. I had people like Burgess Owens. I had people like Harry Malleos. I had people that had a commitment to doing what's right. I can remember once I wrote a paper in humanities, and I had graduated from high school real high in my class and had done a well job and was president of the student body, captain of the football team, blah, blah this, blah, blah that. I met a lady by the name of Mrs. Davina, and I had written a paper for her, and she wrote more red writing on it than I had written on it. So I had this paper, and I held it real close to my chest because I didn't want anyone to see it. And I peeped at it like that, and I wouldn't let anyone see it. So she said, Mr. Bellamy? And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, please. She said, come up here. And I kind of stayed away. And she said, Mr. Bellamy, what you afraid of? She said, you're not going to fail. And I'm saying, from the looks of this paper, I can't tell. She said, you know why you're going to fail, you're not going to fail, Mr. Bellamy? And I said, no, ma'am. She said, because I'm not going to let you. Would help like that happen? I tried to say thanks to everyone. I know somewhere along the line I missed someone, but you know who you are, the Jim Rydells, the Gary Olsons, David Makepeaces. You know who you are out there, and you know what you did, and I know what you did. I was sitting around one day, and I wrote a poem, and I want to share it with you. I wrote this poem, and then I get out of your hair and I leave you alone, but I want you to think about this for a minute, having been a student athlete. And it goes something like this. You walk around, you go to class, you wonder how long practice will last. You go to the calf, you're out on your feet. Man, are you too tired to eat? Back to your rooms, look at your books, trying to get through by hook or by crook. Lights are out. Wow, time went fast. How long can this craziness last? Pleasing the coaches, holding on to your friends, trying to get every little task in. And Lord have mercy on my soul. And I hope that all this hard work will turn to gold. With my undergraduate degree firmly in my hand, now I'm ready to deal with the man. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.